Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Laureli Shimayo. This is the MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Fair for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events in person in the Northwest, and we're hoping to do that again soon. And we have so many events online. I counted, and between last week and the first week that we stopped doing everything in person, we did 104 events online. We have been busy. I counted them all. And tonight is another one of these great events. We have 16 of us that are here tonight sharing about our work. We will be answering your questions in the format of an intuitive panel, and then we will be in breakout rooms. All the practitioners will be available for deeper conversation. We'll be offering lots of free talks. I think there are maybe 25 or 26 or something like that that are scheduled. We will be putting all that information in the chat. We're still just doing some behind the scene things of getting everything organized. And we have a couple practitioners that are still on their way too. So let me say who's, well, they may arrive by the time we do the intros, so I will wait. All right, well, let's see. Let's have our practitioners go ahead and start doing introductions. And then if you know that you'd like to answer a question for the intuitive panel, this is going to be the second part of this first hour. Let us know in the chat. We give priority to people that have never asked a question in our intuitive panel before. And so let us know if you want to ask a question. And let us know if this is your first time, and we'll get you right there to the top of the list. All right, let's see. So how about Alison, if you're ready, you could go first. We'll go Alison, Amanda, and then Daniel. And so practitioners, take a minute this time so you get a little bit longer than before. Go ahead.
Awesome. Thanks, Laureli. My name is Alison. I'm a pranic healer. Pranic healing is a form of energy work. It's very specific. So if someone comes to me and says that they have back pain, osteoarthritis, I use a protocol that was specifically developed to address that condition. There are protocols for everything, for just about any kind of physical problem, emotional problem, mental problem, and we can do a lot more with it as well. Pranic healing has made a huge difference for me, and I'll talk some about that in the talk that I'm doing at 6:15 in breakout room number 2. It's also made a lot of difference for many people that I know. I run a group out in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. We get together 3 times a week on Zoom. We do meditations and healings. I also have a private healing practice. I've just seen pranic healing do wonders for so many people. So come hear my talk and I'll tell you more about it.
Thanks, Alison. We've got Amanda and then Daniel and then Donna, and I need to put Amanda's. There you go. You can see.
Okay. Hi. My name is Amanda Root with snowmoontarot.com, and I do artistic rune readings, and I read runes and tarot, and I do spiritual motivation, which I guess we can call a coach. I'm going to describe what an art rune reading is. It visually shows what's going on in your energy field. So here's an example of one. In it, you can find energy blocks and drains. You can find evidence of past lives. You can find ancestral support and where you can find it. You can find ways to heal and ways that you like energy that's trapped that you can use for healing that you might not know is there. I just rewrote my website, so that's exciting. So I'm going to offer some specials tonight to celebrate that, and check out my website, snowmoontarot.com.
Thanks so much, Amanda. All right, let's Daniel, Donna, and then Jenna.
Yes, hi everybody. I'm Daniel Steinmetz with Moving Deeper Wellness, and I'm a mindfulness-oriented licensed body worker and personal wellness consultant. I integrate into my practice a holistic practice, 25 years of licensure and 4,000 hours something of training, as well as longer than that of personal experience in exploring and living wellness practices, health and wellness practices and strategies, and even more years than that with a devotion to surrendering my life to spirit and manifesting spirit as a daily momentary practice. So all of that comes into my professional work. I do a whole range of hands-on techniques in one-on-one sessions. I also am developing at a distance work to do mindfulness-oriented somatic therapy work, and also working to translate tuning fork vibratory work to the internet at a distance. That's coming along well. I will be hosting 2 discussion and question and answer sessions, 6:30 and 8 o'clock. I believe I've got that right. At 20 minutes or longer. We may very well go longer. There's lots to discuss in these. The titles of both of those is Developing Your Inner Self-Healing Abilities. So I'm delighted to be here with everybody. I always enjoy every fair, participant or vendor, and I look forward to tonight.
Thanks so much, Daniel. All right, we've got Donna and then Jenna and then Jessie.
Hi, everybody. My name's Dr. Donna. I have a degree in biology and I taught sciences in the medical field for many years. I also am a Reiki master and I've studied Lakota healing traditions. I do animal communication and animal healing, both for behavioral things and also for medical or health things. I also communicate with the animals, both those that have crossed over and those that are still here. When I'm working with the animals, it's always with permission of the animal first. It's always for the animal's highest good, and they respond in beautiful ways. They bring lots of good, higher spiritual messages for their owners. And so I also tonight at 7 o'clock, I'm giving a talk on grieving after your pet has crossed over. So I hope that you have a wonderful evening and come and see me.
Thanks so much, Donna. We have Jenna, Jessie, and Lizzie coming up next.
Hello, I'm Jenna Lynn Roberts with Present Path, and I offer intuition coaching, so helping you access your clairvoyant gifts and tap into your gut feeling enough that you can use it to make your best choices in life. I also am a tarot reader and teacher. This April 11th to the 28th on Sunday and Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. to 7:30, I am offering an online class in the art of tarot reading. It's 9 hours of class. It's super powerful. We're going to use the right and left sides of our brain, and it's a lot of fun. With tonight, you can use my coupon code to get 10% off of that class. It's $129 normally. And we're also going to be tonight in room 7 with me, which you can come by and talk tarot or intuition anytime. I'm going to be offering first a lesson in how to access your own ESP abilities. We're going to do a little ESP game together for fun. And we're going to talk a bit about how to access your own intuition. And then 7:30 p.m., I'm going to be offering a nice chill meditation in how to visualize a tarot card to a place where you can understand it without using a book. It's a fun practice and you can use it on your own afterward. So I hope you'll join me in room 7. And I'm also offering packages for tarot coaching, so you can get a month at a discounted rate as well. If you go to my presentpathtarot.com and check out all my opportunities there. And I look forward to seeing some of you tonight and working workshops with you. It's going to be a lovely evening. Thank you for coming. And come get a reading from me sometime, or an intuition coaching, or learn the cards with me. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Jenna. We've got Jessie, Lizzie, and then Sainoor.
Hi, I'm Jessie Starr. My practice is healingpathwalkers.com. You can find it there. I help people and support them through recovering from trauma. I believe the human condition is traumatic for everyone, whether it's on the outside happening to us or on the inside, and we're doing it to ourselves. I support people as they awaken through their process of activating their clair gifts, as well as utilizing the full power and potential of your body. I focus on your own internal feeling of energy, and I couple that with modern therapeutic practices, including practices from Gestalt therapy and Jungian therapy, as well as integrating EMDR reprocessing for trauma, getting your body involved. And I combine that with energy work and modern 5D healing practices, as well as transitioning into their crystalline frequencies. So my Life Mastery class, where we do all of that, is beginning in April. And over the year, you learn how to transform your life and your belief systems. And then I also offer A to Z, an experiential energy class, where we meet twice a week and you learn to focus and feel and discern energy and learn how to tune into different frequencies, learn how to utilize your remote viewing and all those amazing gifts that come in the human vessel. I'm going to be talking about healing from trauma at 7:45 tonight, and at 6:30 I'll be offering a guided meditation teaching you the breath of life, which is a foundation meditation for life mastery. It's also used in Tai Chi, Qigong, Wuxigong for self-healing, moving energy in the body, and utilizing your own systems. Thank you. It's an amazing fair. I love being here. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thanks, Jessie. All right, we've got Lizzie, Sainoor, and then Sally.
Hi, I'm Lizzie Barnts. I do a thing called a soul contract chart. If you like charts like astrological charts or human design charts, this will be a great addition to your collection of charts. It often fills in the spaces that are not covered by other charts, but dovetails really beautifully with that kind of information for like a holistic view of what's going on in your life. It's based on the spelling of your name, and those sounds and vibrations are translated into energies that describe your karma, talents, and goals in both the physical and the spiritual aspects for this lifetime. It's pretty cool to have those pieces of information at your fingertips so that you don't have to wonder why you're struggling with this when you're so good at that. Seeing it laid out black and white on a page on 26 pages that you can hold in your hand and refer to over time is a really great tool for understanding and going beyond where you are in this moment. I hope you'll come and listen to one of my chats. I've got one at 6:15, one at 7, and the third one at 7:45. I'll be speaking for 30 minutes about what soul contract charts are and answering all your questions and showing you example charts so you can get familiar with the format. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks, Lizzie. All right, we've got Sainoor, Sally, Sandra.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sainoor. My business is 2B Hypnosis. Tonight, I'll be giving a talk at 6:15 on how to change the future in the present moment. At the fair here, I'm also offering Akashic record readings. If you want to discover how to change your life, how to make everything better around you, or just come and understand what Akashic records are and how they work, stop by, come chat with me, come for the presentation, or just come in and share a bit of your life, and we can go from there. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all.
Thanks so much, Sainoor. Sally, Sandra, and Susy, go ahead.
Sally, you're muted.
I'm sorry, I guess my space bar didn't work. I apologize. Can you hear me now?
We can, yes.
Oh, great. Okay. Okay. So I am an intuitive astrologer, and I am the founder of Activated Astrology, and I'm a co-founder of the Ascension School of Spirituality. And I will be doing 3 talks tonight. First will be at 6:45, and we're going to be talking about the importance of knowing your own natal chart and how it really is your divine blueprint for life. And then I will be speaking again at 7:30, and I believe I'm in room 13. And I will be speaking at 7:30 I'll be talking about, what in the heck is going on in the universe that's creating all this chaos, and how we can step back from chaos and fear and into the flow of ease and abundance. And then I'll be speaking again at 8:30, and we're going to talk about how you can use astrology to realize your purpose. It works for my clients. It works for me. I'm so happy to be here. This is a great event. I'm really looking forward to tonight. I'm looking forward to meeting each of you.
Sally, my assistant Anissa asked a great question. Since you do astrology, would you like us to gather birth date, time, place information from people for the intuitive panel? Yes. All right. So those of you that have said you want to ask a question, please send that information also in the chat, your birth date, time, and place. And we'll include that in your response. Thanks so much, Sally. We've got Sandra, Susy, and Wyatt.
Hi, I'm Sandra Jeffs, and over the years I've practiced multiple different modalities, and I came to a point where I put them all together because it seemed to be disparate. We're either working on our spirituality, we're working on our belief systems, we're working on our karma, or we're working on our environment. Almost 25 years now, I've been a feng shui master. I took it was a 3-year apprenticeship before I could get certified, so I know my stuff about that. And I've integrated in Soul Essence Awakening both our environment, which really affects us and we sometimes ignore, with how we dress, how we hold our body, our physical being, movement, breath, and working with our negative self-talk, our boundaries that we will allow other people to invade and treat us poorly as a result, and our spirituality. And so I have a whole program that works on that to integrate it. Today at 7:15 in room 14. I'm going to give some tips for how to integrate that and to give you a process that can take between 10 to 15 minutes in the morning, where you can start working on that integration holistically for yourself. So I'd love to see you and help you with some hints and stuff. So I hope to see you. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Sandra. We've got Susy, Wyatt, I'll share, and then we have a couple more practitioners. I'll share about what they offer. Susy.
Hey, I'm Susy Parker Goins with Blue Lightning Healing. I'm a channel, so I allow divine energy to come through me in whatever aspect is most accessible to you, so you can have soul deep conversations with them. Ask questions, get perspectives, I don't know, tell a joke, whatever you want to do, but I'm encouraging you to develop a relationship with your guides, which it turns out that's what I'll be doing a meditation on tonight in room 15 at 6:45. I'm so grateful that they have a schedule of the events going on, because I was going to go off someplace else. Okay, anyway, I'm also an energy healer, so I can do body scans and help you identify blockages and teach you techniques where you can dissolve these blockages and allow you to move more easily through life. And I love looking at past lives too. And that's another way to help you release blockages that are holding you back. You can find me at bluelightninghealing.com, and I have a podcast called Blue Lightning Healing Meditations. It's on Spotify and several other things, and it's probably going to be within the next couple of weeks that I'll be on the Transformation Talk Network, radio network, with podcasts too. I've got an event special. It's $75 for 30 minutes and $100 for an hour. And that's like 30% off my usual rate. And I'm looking forward to it. These are always so lovely, and the people are lovely. And so let's have some fun. Thanks.
Sorry, thanks so much, Susy. Go ahead, Wyatt.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Wyatt Larsen. I am with The Wildwood Hollow. You can find me at thewildwoodhollow.com. I am like I said, a shaman. I basically combine the ancient and the old techniques of shamanism and modern life coaching to help my clients be able to move forward in their path of healing. Within this as well, I also extend to my community, because that is what a shaman does, is tend to his or her community. So you being my clients and even fellow practitioners, I tend to you guys. So all of my sessions and so forth is to help you move forth, whether you're just beginning or continuing your path of healing. Tonight, I will be giving a talk and guided meditation about power animals. And that little talk that we're doing that guided meditation is going to be a very minor power retrieval, something that you have lost or given away or even was stolen. And it's time to go and retrieve that power. And so we're going to do that today in my room. I think it's room 16 at 7:15 tonight. So Super excited that you guys are all here. I am also giving a 10% off of all sessions and products. So just shoot me a message and I'll give that to you. So anyway, glad you guys are here and let's move forth.
Thanks so much, Wyatt. Let's see if any other practitioners haven't gone yet. It might be everyone so far. We have another practitioner that's on the way, caught in traffic. So that's Anya Sullivan with SerenWitchery. She is going to be offering tarot readings, crystal ball readings. So she will be here and offering talk as well. And then everyone breathe healing energy to Galactic Ashley. She's not feeling well and it's not clear if she's coming yet. So Galactic Ashley, if she's coming, we'll be offering light language healing and channeled messages. And she's got a couple of talks scheduled too. So hopefully she's going to make it. All right. And then I'm Laureli Shimayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and a body psychology coach. I think that we all read eyes all the time, but we do it subconsciously and don't realize what we see. If you think about when you've met someone with dark sunglasses and you can't see their eyes, there's so much missing. And as soon as you see their eyes, there's so much more that's there. I describe what I see with a set of archetypes that I call thrive types, archetypes for thriving. My aim is to have you thrive, so that you're connected to your soul purpose, expressing your purpose, line up everything in your life with expressing your purpose. I can answer questions about people that are in your life. If you show me photos of them, I use it for matchmaking, help you find a soulmate, all kinds of different things. And I'm giving a couple talks tonight on how to use thrive types to empower your children, be they young children or adult children. And then also another talk on, and the sample readings on online dating and matchmaking with my eye readings. All right, I think that's all of who's here tonight. It's a great collection of all of us. And this also, if you could put in the chat, we also offer a place for you to give us feedback about the event tonight. And if you give us your email address, you'll go on our mailing list and we'll enter you into a drawing for a free 30-minute session with one of us of your choice. Make sure we get that in there. So we're going to transition over to the second part of this first hour where we do audience Q&A with an intuitive panel. So we'll be answering a few questions from the audience. We've got a few people in line right now with questions. If you would like to ask a question, we might be able to fit in one or two more. We prioritize people that have never asked a question of our panel yet. And I think Betsy, Anissa, do you know Betsy? Is it Betsy's first time or Betsy's asked a question before possibly? Kim, it's your first time? And
everyone's first time.
Oh, so right, great.
Yeah, it's great that they're here with us tonight.
Thanks, Anissa. Okay, so we've got Betsy, Kim, and Josie. All right, Betsy, would you, and just keep in mind everyone, oh yeah, let me say a few things first. So this is recorded and it's gonna go up online. So just keep in mind that, that it's public and that when you ask a question, if we share about other topics in your life that for us are related, but you don't want us sharing about when it's going to be posted online, or if we go deeper than you want us to go, please let us know. Jump in and say something, wave your hands in the video so we can see or write in the chat, and we will change course and we will answer differently. And then everyone, we encourage you to stay open to learning from all the questions that are asked and all the answers that are given. We believe everyone's intuitive and chances are something might come through for you. And if something does, we request that you let the attention stay up on the panel while we're answering someone's question. You might want to write down what comes through because often like they leave, the answers don't stay very long. And then please wait until we finish answering that person's question. And then instead of posting it publicly in the chat, please write to them and ask them privately if they would like to hear what came through for you. And please honor whatever answer they give. They might be full after hearing our answers and they don't want anything more. And please honor that and trust that it came through you for some reason. All right, I think we're all set to go into our first question. So Betsy, did you want to come on screen and ask your question? And I think we don't, unless, did we get Betsy's birth date info yet? So Betsy, if you want, you could type that into the chat privately to Anissa or me, and we'll get it on there if you want. And all right, let's see, Betsy, did you want to come on screen? It's up to you. You don't have to, I can just read out your question. Where are you? It looks like maybe you want me to. Okay, well, I'm so Betsy asks, where
I'm here.
Oh, okay, let me get you in the front.
Hang on. I'm here.
Oh, great. Okay, we can see you. All right, do you want to ask your question so everyone can hear you and feel the energy as you ask?
Sure. I would like to know about a love reading for myself.
Great, thank you. And then did you want to share your birth date, time, place information? If you want, you can put it in the chat tomorrow privately. Is
Sure.
going to be recorded? Yeah, it's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
All right. And practitioners, if you want to
Okay.
answer Betsy's question on love reading, I encourage you to
Okay. Let me put it in the chat.
Yeah, that's great. So raise your hand in the Zoom software, practitioners, if you want to answer. Yeah, and while great, we've got Jenna in line. I'll just say briefly. So Betsy, in your eyes, it looks like you have the priest priestess talent, which is about inspiration, passion, motivation. And so people that have priest priestess talent, sometimes they can choose people where they date them for the potential, not for where they are right now. So it's really important that you let yourself connect with where someone is now, not the potential you see in them, so that you're dating who they are in the moment. All right, we've got Jenna in line and then Jessie. Go ahead, Jenna.
Hello there, how are you? I'm offering the I Ching reading tonight with this particular one. And the first one is that you're going to find your person for you when you're surrounded by other people. And you have a lot of opportunity to meet, if you have a lot of people, like put it out there to many, many streams to bring in the right person. The other thing that's awesome is you have the small is beautiful card, which is very much about the details of the person. So don't worry about their bigger resume of like what they do or if they like the same things you do. Really sense how you feel with them and the details of how they act. And if they behave in a way that something just feels off, trust your gut on that. Go with that, because that's the way you are right when you kind of sense you are off. The other thing that's the other thing that's
because I pick up the senses. I pick up on it.
You and so really trust that gut. And the other thing is that you are going to find such joyous, exuberant connection with someone. And you need to be with someone who can handle your level of joy, which is big joy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
If they can't handle your
nice. Very nice cards.
Thanks.
Nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's awesome.
Thanks so much, Jenna. Right, we've got Jessie, Alison, and Amanda in line.
Well, I wanted to just pull a couple cards just to check in. And what I saw was the Six of Swords and the Eight of Wands. It looks like you had a really hard relationship and you're coming in the past and you've had to change the way you think about things. You've really had to work on how you think about relationships and connecting. And it looks like you're going to take a journey. I totally agree with Jenna. It feels like you're going to travel or something, some sort of trip. And there's something about your Queen of Cups that you really want to change, like the way you're loving, it feels like. And so what that makes me feel like is, I just got divorced about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. And I was married for a long time. And it was a really hard marriage. And that first relationship I had outside of my marriage, my partner, he kept saying to me, he's like, it doesn't have to be a battlefield. Like, love doesn't have to be so hard. We don't have to fight.
Sorry, sí, yo te lo compro mañana si quieres.
So my recommendation would be to really practice finding ways to express yourself that are true to your emotion and not from a reaction from how you were before.
Okay. Definitely, I will do that. Sounds good. Thank you.
Jessie. Betsy, by the way, we keep hearing background noise too, so maybe in between, if you could mute, that would be great.
Sure.
The frequency is not that great.
It's not my background.
I'm on and off. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So
maybe it's my side.
We got Alison next and then Amanda. Alison, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Betsy. So Betsy, I did a quick scan of some of your chakras. In pranic healing, we measure chakra sizes, their strength. Your heart chakra is a lot larger than your solar plexus chakra. So that tells me that you're a really caring person. You're an extremely loving, caring person. You're great in a relationship. But it also tells me that you sometimes will put the other person ahead of yourself. You'll put more effort into the relationship than maybe your partner will. And that can be a problem because ideally you want to put in the same amount of effort as your partner does. Because otherwise you get taken advantage of. Otherwise, You know, you're
Yeah.
loving more
Mhm.
than they're loving. So there is a way to
Yeah.
adjust that.
Exactly.
You can do some work on your heart chakra to normalize it and bring it in line with your solar plexus. The solar plexus is the ego, the I, it's your individuality. And that way you'll be in balance and you won't be giving more than you're getting.
Oh, okay. I understand
So
perfectly.
it's
Thank
great
you
that you're a caring
for that
person, but
information. It
you want to
gives me an idea where I'm going. Yeah. But I want it to be 50-50. If I put 50, the other person got to put 50, or we're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. If once your energy is balanced, it'll be easier for you to give the right amount instead of giving too much.
All right, great. We've got Amanda.
I agree with that comment. I agree totally. Yeah. Thank you.
You're
So I
welcome.
gotta love Jenna saying big love, and then the last person, Alison, saying enlarged heart chakra, because here's me with pink pencil, like going to town all over the rune wheel. So I'm like, okay, well that fits. The first I heard came on had to do with healing the child, and it has to do with like that's something that's important to do before you go into your relationship. Also, I see the pink, this line here, I don't know if you can see on the paper, goes through Berkana, and then the arrow is going backwards. The arrow that is showing the direction of energy going backwards, and it's also looking a lot like Tiwaz, which is right here before this. So that to me says maybe be careful not to fall back into old patterns of relationships. So if that makes sense. Berkana is the mother, and then Tiwaz is more like energy, and it's also the arrow also reminds me of Mars energy. So
Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying.
Right. So like when there's passion involved in the situation, energy and that kind of drive, be careful not to involve fear in the whole dynamic, and also because that could be kind of related with the passion, and try to separate it out, and then not falling back into old patterns. I mean, I literally talked for 20 years, but I have to go now because then I'm greedy with the time. But
no, that's great.
It's okay. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Betsy, for your
nice
question.
meeting you.
Let's see. And we had one of our
I had a question for you.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
You were saying about the priestess. I didn't get the other part.
Oh, so priestess is one of your talents that I see in your eyes, and priestess has a tendency to see people's potential. And so often in dating, they often see the person's potential and they aim to date the potential, and then they get frustrated that they're not there already. And so they end up doing a lot of work trying to get them to grow, and they get frustrated that they haven't grown. And yeah, so it's just so important that you see where someone is now, not only where they could go in the future.
Right, I understand. I'll keep it in mind.
Great.
Thank you.
You are welcome. All right, great. Yeah, so we had another one of our practitioners arrive. So Anya, did you want to give your 1-minute introduction before we go to the next question?
Oh, sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Anya. I am a psychic medium, high priestess. I am an actual authentic witch. I am also a healer. I do tarot crystal ball readings. And tonight I will be giving a group reading called Divining Divas in my room 1. So I hope that all of you guys join us and, join me. And I hope you guys all have fun with all of us. Have a nice night.
Thanks, Anya. Sorry I didn't give you any warning there. Thanks for jumping in. All right, we've got a question from Kim next, but I have the confusion of whether we have 2 Kims. Anissa, did we get that all sorted out?
I believe so. Kim, without an H, asked a question, if I have it correct.
Okay, great. And do we have the birth date information that I put in there?
That would be correct if it's Kim, not with an H.
Yes, it's Kim without an H. Okay, sweet. Kim, you're next. Do you want to come jump in and ask your question? Kim, I'm trying to find
I'm confused if that's me.
I think it might be. You're the one that gave us birth date information in the chat, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead and ask your question.
I would also like an intuitive love reading.
Okay, great. And I know, I want to check, Sally, are you getting the birth information from our document where you should be able to see them? I want to make sure you've got them. And I want you to be able to jump in with your astrology.
I personally reached out to Josie, but I'm not seeing any other birth information. So I don't have her birth information, but if I can get it.
So, okay, so I'm going to give you,
I can look at it and if you can come
Sally,
back.
I'm going to give you a link in the chat so that we could, new practitioners figuring out how all this works, and my assistant might get in here even before me. All right, who wants to chat with Kim about a love reading while Sally is looking things up? Practitioners. I know. All right, Jenna's got something. Go ahead, Jenna.
Hi there. Basically, I'm seeing an interesting thing around this idea of it's like you want to go adventure out there and you're ready to have an open heart, but there's something about how you're putting yourself out there that's going the wrong direction. And you want to adjust how you're approaching the situation. And you want to make sure, because I don't want you ending up in the same situation as before. And it looks like what you really need to do is make sure that you are being met. We were talking about that with, starts with a B, the last one, sorry, that you really want to access you're putting yourself out there and putting your heart out there. Be careful who you give your heart to and be honorary to your own needs. And there's some major, I think right now it might be good to slow down on putting love out and instead work on shifting your own mentality around what your beliefs are of your self-worth and build that up, then put yourself out there and maybe do it in a unique way that's not the same way you have been doing it. That's all.
Thank you.
Great. We got Susy and then Jessie.
Hey, Kim. When she was talking about how you put yourself out there and all that, I did see a few past lives in which love was the issue. I'm seeing a couple of past lives in which you had no control over who you married. Others where you took on, I call them fixer-uppers, but it was like Laureli was talking about, that one fell in love with the potential and not with the reality. And so there are these past lives, these personalities that are coming forward, and they're asking you to, what are they asking you to do? To love yourself in such a way that you will not accept less than what you truly deserve. Now, I know there's a difference between one's perception and then what we go and talk about here at these fairs, like you love yourself and everything's great, but then you're still looking at it from this perception of, but that's not an easy path to go. So that is a path to take those times. There was one, it's she seems really young, but she was like a trade. She was in negotiation, this particular bride was, and she was married off in order to enrich in her father's coffers, so to speak. So she was one of those brides where, here, take her, give me your dowry. But what she asks you to do is to take time to find those things about yourself that you like, that you would want somebody else to appreciate. Yeah. And to not sell yourself short, like she was sold, but she said, don't sell yourself short. Don't underestimate your lovability, and to not underestimate another person's deserving of you. Does that make sense? That didn't sound right. But making sure that somebody truly does deserve you at your best and at your worst. Yeah, that's what I got.
All right, great. I just want to, Sally, you didn't raise your hand, but I just want to keep checking in with you. If you're ready for this person, if you're ready to share, go ahead. No, not yet. Okay, Jessie, go ahead. Or which way are we going? Sally, are you ready? I wasn't sure.
No, I'm not ready yet. I'm the only one that I'm ready for is Josie.
Oh, okay, great. All right, Jessie, go ahead.
I want to just say I got like strong hits on everything Susy was sharing, as well as what Jenna was sharing. I pulled some cards from the Angel Tarot, the Angel Arian, which focuses on the Kabbalistic perspective. And that's really about recognizing your pillar of your masculine and feminine. And your feminine pillar is very weak. It's not, it doesn't, you don't have the severity of the feminine energy. And this is one of the things that's been coming up a lot in conversations with my clients, my friends, myself. We have to rewrite how we as women hold each other and ourselves, as well as how we expect men to hold us. And the same is true for men. We've all been taught that women are soft and men are strong and hard. But the reality is, if you watch Hot Ones, this hot wing eating show where they interview them, like, I'm just going to say it, the men are crying. Okay, they're crying. And most of the women are just, they're eating the whole thing. And they're like, yeah, it's hot. It's hot. But they're composed and they're controlled. Women, our nature is not to be light and fluffy. It's actually to be a little bit more severe. Like, I want this feminine vessel of this mug to be severe because I don't want to wear the inseminations of my coffee. I want to drink them. So until my mug is defined and I know myself, I can't really hold the masculine because they need to know the container they're fitting into. All they're really here to do is inseminate, to inspire, to be passionate. That's their job. Our job is to be that container. So we have to build our container, and it can't be based on their fluid. It has to be based on our truth, what we can hold.
Very interesting.
Thanks, Jessie. All right, then Allison's got something.
So scanning your chakras, your throat chakra feels to be much smaller than your other chakras. And the throat is how we express ourselves. It's how we speak our truth, how we interact with other people. And if your throat chakra is smaller, it means that you're not able to express what you want in a relationship, and probably not in other parts of your life as well. And the way to address that is to work on your throat chakra to make it stronger. And that can be done through energy work. It can be done through different things that you can do at home. But once your throat chakra becomes stronger, it'll just be easier for you to speak your truth and to interact with other people and get what you want.
Okay, thank you.
Right. And I'll throw in a tidbit too, that self-love seems to be in the mix very much. So just continue on your journey of self-love. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for your question. Thanks everyone for your answers. And we've got Josie up next.
Hello.
Hold on a moment. I got to get you to the front here. All right, here we go. Great. What is your question?
So I've got, I was looking for a general reading because I have a series of important transitions, situations, issues going on that I think the best question would be general direction from spirit to kind of keep guiding my path.
Great. And I know Sally's all ready for you. Sally, go ahead. Sally, you're still muted. Nope, you're still muted.
Great. Sorry, you guys, there's lots going on back here and behind the scenes, trying to pull up charts. Josie, the thing that I know you're an astrologer. The thing that is really coming forward is that huge stellium that you have. It is miraculous. Actually, I wish I had it. I'm sure you know it, right? You know, you have this, this big stellium of Mars, Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Chiron in your natal chart, right? And virtually every one of those planets, particularly right now, the Sun and and Mercury and Venus are in a square to transiting Saturn. And so, you know, as well as I do, when, you know, Saturn's that restriction, man, that constriction, that really wants you to behave and get in line. So it's causing you to question, am I in line with my, with, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I following my path? And am I achieving what I'm supposed to be achieving at this time? And it makes you really take a look at yourself when you go through a Saturn square or a Saturn opposition. And it happens to all of us every 7 years. So you're kind of in a 7-year itch feeling right now. So what you need to do is to do that, all of that beautiful, you know, all of that beautiful Taurus stuff that you've got. You've already got the grounding thing down. But I would, if I were you, really take a look at, you know, where your natal Saturn is, particularly in the 2nd house. Okay. So it's going to be surrounded around, you know, that's what we value. It's our morals. Yeah. It's our, you know, what we, it's our spiritual side too. It's not like the 12th house, but it is our values, what we feel is most important. It's also matter. And it's in a real important, you know, spot right there. In fact, it looks like, you know, you just kind of got through with a Saturn on Saturn trine. So I would say really pay attention to those 2nd house things, which are going to be, you know, the roof over, not the roof over your head, but the walls, the structures, the boundaries. You setting boundaries for yourself, setting boundaries for others. Don't let others pile a bunch of energy on you without sending it back to them with love and taking your own energy back. So that's what I've kind of got to say. I don't know if that resonates with you, but I hope so.
Oh, it absolutely does. That's a great tip to look at the 2nd house because it's in Libra, if I am not mistaken, and that Libra energy is more of what I need to bring in. It's a different type of Venus ruled than the Taurus is. So I really appreciate that.
The balance, right? The balance. The balance of it all, where you can have that fun, you can have that spirituality, you can have the love. Is love spiritual, you know, all that stuff. So absolutely. Yeah, you should have a great new moon, a great full moon on Sunday.
Ooh, yay.
Yeah.
Great. All right, let's see. I'm actually going to have Wyatt come in first because I don't think he's answered yet on the panel. Go ahead, Wyatt.
Hi, Josie. Let's bring this over here. Hi, Josie.
Hello.
So I was kind of called to do this. For those of you that don't know, and Josie, you're a new face to me. So I work with the wind when it comes to shamanism. I work very intimately with the wind spirits. So I drew a wind from my wind bag for you. Actually, I drew 2. First one that came out was Notice, who is the southern wind. The south deals with emotions, needs, and desires. And then a wind goddess wanted to come, and she's Mama, who is the Peruvian wind goddess. She's talking about the right relationship, giving and receiving. In this moment, when Mama is coming in the south, she's talking about your own personal relationship with yourself. And so it is it time for you to, it is time for you to analyze what you're doing, give and take. I wanted to kind of go off of, I believe, Sally, what she was talking about in astrology is it's really that time to kind of find that balance. What I was, there's a very specific thing here. It's time to give close examination to your less desirable traits. The things that you tend to sweep under the rug. The little bit of something that you don't want to give, that you don't want to bring to the light because it's too painful to heal. It's time to bring that out. Things things like thievery, deceit, laziness. This creates it's called a hucha, a negative energy. And so it's time to kind of let Mama come in and blow those out like it was dust or the ashes after a fire. it's time to blow it out. So way your mama is coming in to kind of be the wind at your back to help you through that.
Okay.
Great. Thanks so much, Wyatt. All right, we've got Amanda up next.
All right. Hi. You are a centipede. You're right here. You're orange and you're blue in the middle. So that shows me that, okay, centipede is connected to solar plexus and connected to earth. And it's also connected to quick-wittedness. I did a blog post about this a while ago. I forgot mostly everything I wrote, but I remember some of the details. Anyway, so I see a disconnect between your head and your tail. This could mean a couple different things. I'm wondering if it has to do with not using spirituality to not run away from things, but like, hold on. Maybe going to a place and like working in the world of spirituality and dealing with stuff like that, and not always working on stuff that's around you physically. If that makes sense. And I see also there's a line of your body going between the mankind rune and Laguz, which is like lake, water, rushing water, divine femininity. So that also shows me like separation of like masculine and feminine energies. So I feel like working to combine your masculine and your feminine would also help you with working to like combine putting spiritual practices into everyday reality and not just having it be like an escape.
Great. Thanks so much. All right. Anyone else have anything else to share with Josie? Oh, yeah. Jessie's got her hand up too. Go ahead, Jessie.
I just wanted to share this for you, Josie, as well as for anybody else who's really just trying to figure out where they're going. Like, what are they doing and have been on this journey, and we get on it and like, we start collecting all this information, and it comes from all these different places and pieces and parts. And how do we really focus that and then deliver what we came here to deliver? So one of the things that I teach is to try to tell in a journal story or short story your hero story. Imagine yourself as the hero of your journey and what your hero would do were he given a magic wand and able to pursue her most passionate journey, and to be able to go on that journey with unbridled permission. And that will give you an idea of some of the things that really your soul is calling for you if you get into a creative exercise like that. And start focusing on things in your past that gave you that feeling of joy and bliss. I believe we all know that feeling. We know how to come into that feeling. But what we don't know is how to hold it and operate for longer periods in it. And we feel like when we come out of it, we failed. We haven't. That's the natural cycle of growth and expansion and contraction and deconstruction of this reality set. It's echoed in everything we see, these cycles. So I totally agree with all of the balance and everything I heard. And I love the wind, Wyatt. Thank you. The wind is one of my deepest, most powerful medicines, to go out and call the wind when I want to clear my mind, when I want to clear my heart, when I want to clear my soul. And then I look, what is the most passionate thing in front of me right now, calling me forward? And how do I want to show up for that? And I think if you make a practice of that, you'll be able to integrate all these pieces and find that whole self.
Okay.
All right, great. Thanks so much, Jessie. Thanks, Josie. Am I pronouncing your name right, Josie?
Yep.
Thanks so much for your question. And all right, let's see. I think we've got time for one more super, super quick question. All right, so Diane, did you want to jump in? Diane, are you still here?
Is it Diane or Danya?
It's
It was
Diane.
Diane, and I did a participant search, and Diane is no longer here.
No longer here. Oh, too bad. Okay. All right. Well, the next one in line is Maria. It's Maria here.
I'm here.
She is. Hi, did you want to ask your question? And it's up to you if you want to turn on your camera. It's optional.
Oh, sure.
Hi, okay, great. I
Hi.
can see you.
So I've had a really big turn in my health recently, and I just wanted to maybe get some feedback from whatever is coming through from anybody who's willing to share.
All right, great. Yeah, so who's seeing? One brief thing I'll share as people are potentially coming to the front is you might have a talent that's called the warrior talent. It's about effectiveness, efficiency, grounding, and practicality. People that have warrior try to get a lot done all the time, like multitasking, and they totally wear out their bodies and try to take on too much at once. So one of the huge lessons for warriors is to delegate. So it just seems like asking for help and letting other people do things and not letting yourself get all caught up and stressed about how they're not doing it as efficiently as you. No one will do it as efficiently as you. So to let other people contribute. So I think that that's part of what's happening with your health is you got that message in general. I have the warrior talent too. I know about this. All right. We've got Amanda in line and then Jenna. And well, actually, let's have Jenna go first. I think she hasn't shared much yet. Yeah, let's have Jenna go and then Amanda. Go ahead, Jenna.
Okay, I just wanted to share that first of all, so you have the Page of Wands reversed, and that's someone who needs to slow down and do less as one of your healing practices. This is someone who likes to spontaneously take action and just follow your spark. And this is saying that right now, just like that era will return someday, but right now it's about grounding and slowing down and being really conscious of where and how you're using your energy. The other healing aspects that are going on, God, of course, I keep getting a text right when I'm talking every time. So the other things that are going on, you have some interesting healing aspects that are happening. One is the Six of Pentacles reversed. You have to be really receptive to allow others to support you. I know that's not comfortable for you, but that is the thing you need to allow, and it's going to bring you blessings. And consider when you give a gift to a friend, how much it means to you when they are willing to then receive it well. So let others help you. They want to be there for you. Allow that receptivity to happen. With it is also the Shadow of the Moon card reversed. This is about acknowledging your own sort of the things you've pushed down within yourself, the shames and guilts and the things that you just have not allowed to come to the surface. Let those rise to the surface. Look at them with love and compassion for yourself. And then that will help you shift your story into one of empowerment. So even though chronic health issues bring such a sense of almost victimhood, you are going to make a different choice of seeing this as a storytelling that's empowered. And I really believe that through looking at your shadow and through learning how to slow down and receive love from others, you're going to find a lot of grace in this scenario. And I'm sorry for health challenges, and I do hope it improves.
Thanks, Jenna. All right, Amanda.
Okay, hi. Here is your illness. This is you. I'm seeing an element of needing to heal, or it would benefit you to work on healing root chakra and sacral chakra so that your solar plexus can be more, can be bigger. And I'm also seeing a connection of, so if this is you and your illness, then below I see a foundation that is not super sturdy, but I feel like it could be more sturdy than you sometimes it seems like it's sturdy and sometimes it seems like it's falling down. Wait, this is actually like completely impossible that it's standing. Oh, wait a minute, look at the squares. Okay, so this is actually like a little precarious, I'm not gonna lie. If all the black squares are like blocks, then this is, so it's totally holding up, so you're good. But like if there's a wind, you're gonna have a situation.
Could you just pick it up and get it closer to the camera for a moment so we can see what's...
I don't see that. Wait, hold on. I can't even see what's going on.
So it's the way the black is right up against this outer circle, or what?
Black square. So I feel like these black squares are, this is the foundation underneath you, connecting you to the rune wheel. This is what you're dealing with right now with your illness. And I see the foundation beneath you that connects to these two runes, which is the archetypal energies that you're mostly working with right now, are very like it's holding you up.
but they're only touching at the corners, right? So if there's any kind of shifting at all, like it's gonna like fall over. You're connected to the runes of Algiz and Perthro. Perthro is the unknown, so there's probably something about your situation that you just don't know yet, that it hasn't, been discovered. But also Algiz has to do with connecting to your spirit guides. So I feel like that would be where place of health would be found through working with your higher self or spirit guide to help in that.
All right.
Thank you. That makes a lot of sense.
Thanks, Amanda. We've got Sandra, and then I think we've got a quick moment for Susy too. Sandra, go ahead.
The first thing I heard was self-love, and then I saw a whirlwind, and which really connected to what Laureli said, and I forget who it was who spoke right after Laureli, that either your energy moving really, really fast, or other people around you with drama and other things, or moving too fast, or expectations of you. And I heard, I wasn't really clear whether it was 10 years ago or 12 years ago that this illness actually started manifesting, even though it seems like it was, a turn quickly. It actually started manifesting from something that happened in your past a decade ago, around about that time. I don't know if you can relate to what that was, but the path I kept hearing clearly to come through to find that stabilization and not be, as Amanda said, in that precarious position, is really working on your self-love, your self-acceptance, your worth as a human being, and really stepping into that, not from an ego place, but from a strong, really strong place of divining, as Jessie said, that cup that holds who you are and what you are, and owning it. Does that make sense to you? That
Yeah, absolutely. I actually, a little over a decade ago, I left a really abusive relationship. And about the last 9 years, I actually moved out of the state. And I just moved back to the exact location where all this happened. So, yeah, there's a lot of whirlwind emotions that go with that. And just finding out more recently in the last few days that this person is actually closer than I was comfortable feeling, so that brought up some safety concerns for me.
that's why I heard a decade, but then I heard, no, it's earlier than a decade ago.
Yeah, it's a little over a decade ago.
And I heard drama,
Mhm.
drama. So
Yep.
it's time for you to just let go of it and just step into loving yourself, and, do whatever you can that will help with the healing. Of course, do the healing for whatever
Mhm.
is happening in your physical body, but the internal healing of loving yourself and really owning your power is what's going to help that healing happen.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and then Susy, if you could be quick, we've got time for a little bit.
I can keep it short or talk faster. It's okay. But first, I ask you to set your intention to heal Maria. I had cancer, and when I got it, I knew I had to change the end of the story because previous family members did not survive it. So I set that intention that I had to change the end of the story. You get to do that. Calling in your guides to help you heal, to help you reclaim your power. When you said that you were part of an abusive relationship, there is some power that you have left in that situation. Take some time to envision yourself sitting across from, whether it's the situation or the abuser or whoever or whatever you're most comfortable with, what you feel safest with, and you say, this is your energy back. I reclaim my energy, so that you are no longer attached to them that way. Mary Magdalene came through and she said she could help you with that. There's also Kuan Yin, who is a goddess of compassion. She will help you learn to re-love yourself, to learn that you are valuable, you are worthy. Let's see. Yeah, those are my notes. Most importantly, though, you need to reclaim your energy from this abusive situation. You are worthy, and you are loved, and you have support.
Alison, I know you wrote something in the chat. Did you want to jump in and just share that briefly?
Yeah, just that there is such a close connection between emotions and physical health, and negative emotions usually do lead to physical health sooner or later. What pranic healing does is it helps reduce those negative emotions by shifting the energy of them. And when your energy is different, it will be easier to feel better, and that usually leads to physical healing. More in breakout room 2 at 6:15.
All right. Thanks, Alison. Thanks, Maria, for your question. I appreciate you sharing with us.
Thanks, everybody.
You're welcome. All right, we have finished our intuitive panel for this fair. We do this for about 30-40 minutes in every fair. If you didn't get a chance to ask a question and it's your first time, come on back next time. Get into the waiting room a few minutes early, and then as soon as you come in, let us know in the chat that you want to ask a question, and we'll get you right to the front of the line. We are getting ready to break out into breakout rooms, and I think, yes, Geo has got the schedule up. Let me pin. Well, I can't spotlight it, but I don't know if everyone can see that where it's pinned like that, but there's a schedule now that you can pin on your own screen if you want to see the schedule of talks coming up. We've got so many different talks. I know Anissa has put some of them in the chat. So let's see, Anissa, so you're making different practitioners co-hosts, right?
Correct.
Okay, so in a moment, when we let you know we finished making you all co-hosts that need to be co-hosts, we're going to be moving to breakout rooms. There are a few talks that are happening. Oh yeah, someone else could spotlight it. All right. So these are the talks that are, whoops, sorry, my dog. Sweetie, come here. Someone just drove in the driveway. So the talks that are coming up at 6:15, we've got Change the Future in the Present Moment with Sainoor in room 12. We've got Pranic Healing, the Art and Science of Energy Healing with Alison in room 2. And we have Soul Contract Charts with Lizzie in room 11. So you should be able to move yourself from room to room. If you are on a computer, on the bottom of your screen, you might see breakout rooms, or you can click more and then breakout rooms will appear. If you're on a phone or a tablet, if you tap the surface on the top left, it should say breakout rooms. And then again, should see a list, and you either you'll see a list, go over to the right and you can click join, or it'll be a 0 and you hover over it, it'll click it, it'll say join. And there are two different types of breakout rooms. There are breakout rooms that are labeled with numbers and practitioners' names and modalities. Those are the public rooms where you can move around from room to room however you want, as often as you want throughout the fair. Feel free to stay as long or short as you want. You can go to talks, you can chat with practitioners about their work. You can find out and sign up for a session today at the fair or for the future. Different practitioners arrange that themselves. And then if you are going to do a private session, arrange that with the practitioner, and then there's a private room that they have access to. It has their initials, and so you'll want to pre-arrange with them ahead of time to go back to the private room, or to go to the session room when you do a session. You can move from room to room. You never have to come back into the main room here, or you can come back into the main room. To come back into the main room at any point, and Anissa will be here the whole fair, Geo may be in and out also. If you're on a computer, on the bottom right of your screen, click leave, but then you'll have choices: leave breakout room, leave meeting. If for some reason, well, click leave room. If for some reason you click leave meeting, just go to jointhefair.com, click the button, and you're back in here again. If you're on, again, a tablet or a phone, touch the surface, and on the top right, I believe, is where it says leave. And again, just make your choices carefully. Practitioners that are co-hosts, just be super careful because you could accidentally close the breakout rooms. So hopefully we won't do that. If you're done sharing your screen, Elote, if you're done sharing your screen, you can always come back to the main room and we'll take away co-hosts, and you don't have to worry about that again. All right, great. All right, so I think we're all set to move into breakout rooms. And so practitioners, release, go to your rooms, and then everyone that is able, feel free to go to your rooms. We're going to announce throughout the fair what talks are happening. Anissa will be putting announcements. You'll see them at the top of your screen, so you'll know when different talks are going on. And feel free to move yourself from room to room throughout the event. And if you have any questions, come back to the main room. And if you can't move yourself from room to room, Anissa will, or I, or Geo, we will help move you. So you'll just let us know where you want to go. So if you, sometimes for some people on some technology, you have to get moved to a room the first time before you can see and move yourself. Nissa, did I cover the basics?
Oh my gosh, you did amazing.
I guess I'm getting more practice to doing your part.
Yeah, we kind of swapped.
Anything else? Yeah, feel free.
Yeah, so just let me know in chat if you can't move. Jessie, I see your message and I will do that in just a moment.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, please, you can either write to everyone in the chat if you can share it publicly, or you can write to Anissa or me, and we will attempt to get your questions answered. I'll stay here in the main room for a few minutes. Oh yeah, I do need to be a co-host. Well, I'm already a co-host. Yeah, so practitioners, if anyone else needs to be a co-host, let us know.
I have a couple of practitioners who are having difficulties moving, so I'm going to move them first and then I'll get to participants. Thank you for your patience. Amanda, I'm getting your rune camera over there too. The invite's been sent for both your devices. Jennifer, I see your message in chat. One moment, please. Jennifer Owen. That invite has been sent. Christopher, I see your message. One moment. All right, that invite has been sent. Welcome, Tiffany, to the free online MeWe Fair. You came just as we were transitioning to the breakout rooms. This is the point at the fair where our practitioners go to their public breakout rooms. If you have the latest version of Zoom, you can see one of the videos is actually our schedule for the night. So if you want to, you can pin that and then it should get larger for you to be able to see what's going on.
And to finish up the recording, thanks so much for being here watching the recording. And you can learn about this and many more upcoming events at mewefairs.com. That's MEWEFAIRS.com. Thanks so much.